What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today I have two topics I want to cover. First one goes for No Man's Sky and Hello Games, and kind of a little bit of trouble they're getting into over there. And of course, I want to get into these companies when it comes to Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony, and their worth or their value. But first things first, let's talk about No Man's Sky. And it seems that Hello Games has kind of been caught with their hand in the cookie jar a little bit. I mean, not for anything, but when it comes to this, they haven't really made it a secret. And what I'm talking about is basically the code or the algorithm that Hello Games uses in No Man's Sky to generate all those billions of planets. Yeah, it seems that that code or that algorithm is not theirs. But the funny thing is, they haven't like tried to cover it up or anything. There was actually an interview in 2015 with Sean Murray of Hello Games, an interview by the New Yorker, to which Sean Murray was talking about the game and said that they fixed the problem of procedurally generated planets in No Man's Sky with a code created by this guy named Johan Jalise. Now, if you look up Johan Jalise, he is actually the research officer for a company called Genicap. And Genicap is actually claiming that this code and this algorithm is actually theirs. Alright, so you got Hello Games kind of using something that isn't theirs as the complete backbone to their game, No Man's Sky. Now, not only that, but Genicap is actually working on a game as well using this code. And Hello Games has come out and said that they, pretty much they don't have a license for it. Now, Genicap has gone as far as to say that, they don't want to mess with the release date of No Man's Sky. They don't want to, basically get into the whole law aspect of Hello Games using their code, but they do want to talk to Hello Games. They want to kind of initialize some type of conversation about the situation, and this is where it gets a little muddy because Hello Games has not responded whatsoever. From what I hear, there's been numerous reach outs by Genicap to kind of reach out to Hello Games and try to get this situation resolved, and Hello Games has completely ignored them. Now, not for anything, but when you ignore somebody that seems to have an upper hand when it comes to something that, has law to back it up, you're basically asking for that other company, in this case Genicap, you're asking for them to take you to court. Now, with that being said, I know there's a lot of Sony fans and even a lot of Sony extremists, aka ponies, that are looking forward to No Man's Sky. And unfortunately, guys, I don't know when you're going to see this. And a lot of it falls on the shoulders of Hello Games and Sean Murray. Alright, they need to reach out to Genicap now and try to resolve the situation. Otherwise, you have no idea when this game will actually come out. But as usual, guys, hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. What you think about kind of like the whole situation with this algorithm, this code not being Hello Games like property, all right, and them using it without a license, and then ignoring the company that owns this code, this algorithm, completely ignoring them. And I don't know if they think that it's just going to go away, but it doesn't look like it is. So, like I said, hit up the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. The next thing I want to get into is basically 2 days after the release of the mobile game Pokemon Go, Nintendo's value as a company actually jumped over Sony's. So basically what I'm saying right now is Nintendo as a company is worth more than Sony is, which is really crazy. Now, I know on the surface a lot of people would look at that and be like, well, Pokemon Go is on absolute fire right now, you know, millions of users, it's a big hit, so not really that big of a deal. But with me, I look a little deeper into this, alright? Now, for the most part, Nintendo is basically a gaming hardware and a gaming software company. I know they have a lot, they have a couple rights to a couple TV shows when it comes to Pokemon and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's what they are at their source. Sony is a corporation with multiple divisions that are supposed to gain profit. You have Sony Television. You have Sony Movies. You have the PlayStation product. You also, I'm not sure, I don't think they spun off the Sony Ericsson phone division completely, so I believe they have that as well. You have multiple divisions that are supposed to be profitable. And here you have one company that is basically, mostly gaming hardware and gaming software becoming more valuable than your corporation. Now, I know there's going to be some spin out there. I know there's going to be ponies out there that are going to try to spin this way or that and stuff like that. But guys, let's just be honest here. Sony is in financial trouble. They have been in financial trouble. They have been financially in disarray for a long time. Now, they're coming out with new product, new hardware with VR and stuff like that, and their consoles sell. But for people who know the industry, you know that consoles don't make the profit. It's the software that's sold to be run on the consoles. That's where the profit is. So Sony, even though they've been, selling PS4s at an incredible rate, when it comes to the profitability, the profits coming in, that comes off the software, and it seems like Sony is still in trouble. PlayStation is the only division within Sony that is making a profit right now, and they seem to be holding on by a string, by a thread, and it's getting pretty crazy. And for people who want to know about Microsoft, Microsoft is doing just fine. I mean, they're earning billions and billions of dollars. I think their total profits for I guess however long the company has been around has gotten into the trillions now. So their wallet is fat. They're completely fine. But for anybody who's telling you anything about Sony being financially stable, not only that, but Sony in the corporation space, they also have their fingers into real estate and insurance as well. So with all that put together, Nintendo is still more valuable to them now. And not only that, but before this happened, Nintendo was only behind Sony by $7.5 billion, which is not a lot in the company/corporation space. But as usual, guys, hit up the comment section. I want to know what you think about this. I know I'm probably going to see a couple people trying to swing this information, trying to say that there's nothing wrong with Sony. They're not in any type of trouble, but they are, guys. As usual, if you like the topics, you like the gameplay, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. Like I said, definitely hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448. And I am definitely signing off.
I use my power to guide us, to decide how to best prepare for the inevitable end of time. That gives the chosen few a chance to survive. I've seen the end of time.